On the latest episode of WWE SmackDown, Roman Reigns finally made an attempt to contact Paul Heyman after seemingly being pressured by Jey Uso's repeated requests. The original Tribal Chief, OTC, has been facing numerous challenges since his return following a post-WrestleMania hiatus. These setbacks include a vicious ambush by Solo Sikoa's faction of the Bloodline, which recently introduced Bronson Reed as a potential fifth member for their War Games team. However, the biggest moment came at the end of the show when Reigns made the long-awaited call to Heyman, only to be met with disappointment. The Wiseman's number was unreachable. Here, we delve into 3 possible reasons why Roman Reigns couldn't get in touch with Paul Heyman on SmackDown. Number 3. Paul Heyman might have already betrayed Roman Reigns. After this intriguing segment on SmackDown, fans are buzzing with speculation that Paul Heyman might never fully embrace a babyface persona. Many in the WWE universe believe that the Wiseman may have already turned his back on the original Tribal Chief. There's a growing theory that Heyman has secretly joined forces with Solo Sikoa, despite having been exiled from the faction following Sikoa's order to attack him. This would explain why Heyman might have intentionally ignored Roman Reigns' call, making himself unavailable to the OTC. When Heyman eventually resurfaces, he could initially feign loyalty to Reigns, only to shockingly reveal his true allegiance by betraying him and aligning with Solo Sikoa's Bloodline faction. Number 2. Solo Sikoa had destroyed his phone once on SmackDown. Another possible reason why the original Tribal Chief couldn't reach Paul Heyman is tied to an earlier incident on SmackDown. After WrestleMania 40, Heyman stood in the ring alongside the new Bloodline and attempted to contact Roman Reigns. However, Solo Sikoa intervened, destroying Heyman's phone in a fit of fury. Fans believe this could explain why Heyman's phone has been out of service ever since. If true, it showcases WWE's commitment to storytelling, weaving intricate details into the Bloodline saga and adding layers of intrigue to the ongoing drama. Number 1. Paul Heyman still hasn't recovered from his past trauma. Paul Heyman endured a brutal attack at the hands of Solo Sikoa on SmackDown, with no one stepping in to help during the harrowing ordeal. It's plausible that the special counsel is still reeling from the trauma of those events and has deliberately chosen to sever communication with everyone. Heyman may now be seeking to distance himself entirely from the Bloodline saga, refusing to align with either Roman Reigns or Solo Sikoa. This could explain why his phone was unavailable when the original Tribal Chief attempted to reach him during the latest episode of SmackDown. Paul Heyman was instrumental in the Bloodline saga during Roman Reigns' reign as Tribal Chief. However, when Roman took a hiatus, Solo Sikoa took control of the Bloodline and made the bold decision to sever ties with Heyman. Since June 2024, following a brutal attack by Solo and his allies, Heyman has been absent from WWE TV. With Roman Reigns now back, there's speculation that Heyman could soon reunite with the original Bloodline faction. The Survivor Series, War Games Premium Live event, featuring a high-stakes 5-on-5 War Games match between the OG Bloodline and Solo Sikoa's faction, might be the perfect stage for Heyman's return. Here are 3 potential ways Heyman could make a powerful comeback on November 30th. Number 3. Paul Heyman could align with CM Punk. The OG Bloodline is still searching for a 5th member to face off against Solo Sikoa and his faction. Given Paul Heyman's long-standing connection with CM Punk, it wouldn't be surprising if he persuaded the voice of the voiceless to step into that role. With Reigns' team down 1 member, a surprise addition like Punk would add an exciting twist and balance the odds for the OG Bloodline. Plus, with the history Punk and Heyman share, this could make for a compelling twist that would give the babyface team a powerful advantage. Number 2. Paul Heyman could betray Roman Reigns for a 6 feet 5 inches megastar. In an unexpected twist, Paul Heyman could return and stun everyone by betraying the OG Bloodline to align himself with The Rock. The 6'5" megastar made a surprise appearance at last month's Bad Blood PLE, hinting that he might be pulling the strings for Solo Sikoa's faction from behind the scenes. As the ultimate strategist, Heyman could then appear in Sikoa's corner, disrupting Roman's team and destabilizing the OG Bloodline's control over the match. By casting doubt on Roman's leadership, Heyman could drive a wedge between the Usos and Sami Zayn, leading them to question their loyalty and throwing the original faction into disarray. Afterward, Heyman could explain his actions, revealing that The Rock, holding significant backstage power, left him with no real choice. Known for his survival instincts, Heyman has always prioritized his career. When the Great One presented an offer too valuable to refuse, Heyman's decision to shift his allegiance would become all too clear. Number 1. Paul Heyman could bring back Brock Lesnar as the 5th member of Roman Reigns' team. Since the SummerSlam 2023 PLE, the Beast Incarnate has been absent from WWE, with rumors swirling due to references to his name in the Janelle Grant-Vince McMahon lawsuit. Despite this, the former UFC heavyweight champion remains listed as an active WWE talent, hinting at a potential return. And what better way to stage his comeback than through his former manager, Paul Heyman, reintroducing him as a vital force within the original Tribal Chiefs ranks? Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar have a complex history, so the 39-year-old Reigns may question Heyman's motives, wondering if his advisor is setting up another power play. Still, despite these concerns, Roman might accept a partnership with the former Universal Champion, recognizing Brock's dominance as the Beast. Together, Roman and Brock could put their rivalry aside, forming a powerhouse alliance to challenge Solo Sikoa's Bloodline faction and take down the Street Champion-led crew. Despite the OG Bloodline's reunion, Roman Reigns faced a devastating ambush on the latest episode of SmackDown. The surprise attack came from Bronson Reed, who made an unexpected appearance and aligned with Solo Sikoa. Together, the duo unleashed a brutal assault, leaving the original Bloodline in shambles. Amid the chaos, Jacob Fatu has sparked intrigue by subtly hinting at a potential betrayal of Solo Sikoa's faction. Speculation is mounting that Fatu could ultimately side with Roman Reigns, joining forces with the Tribal Chief to fortify the OG Bloodline. During the recent intense confrontation, fans couldn't help but notice a telling moment when Roman Reigns and Jacob Fatu came face to face. The Samoan werewolf folded his hands in front of the Tribal Chief, a gesture many interpreted as a subtle acknowledgement of Reigns' authority. However, not everyone is convinced, with some remaining skeptical of its true meaning. If the first assumption holds true, it could signify that Jacob Fatu is strategically biding his time, potentially setting the stage for a shocking betrayal of Solo Sikoa to align with Roman Reigns. Jacob Fatu's current actions may simply be a calculated performance aimed at earning Solo Sikoa's trust. He could be patiently waiting for the perfect moment to strike, delivering a betrayal that would dramatically shift the balance of power in the ongoing Bloodline saga. Since his entry into the Bloodline saga, fans have eyed the Samoan werewolf with suspicion. From the outset, many speculated that Jacob Fatu was secretly working for the original Tribal Chief, really pretending to align with Solo Sikoa. Recent events, particularly Jacob's subtle gesture, strongly hint at an impending betrayal. It seems increasingly likely that the new Bloodline faction is on the verge of a shocking twist, with the 32-year-old star poised to backstab Solo Sikoa and ultimately side with Roman Reigns. Jacob Fatu has a compelling reason to turn on the new Bloodline leader. On a recent episode of SmackDown, Solo Sikoa stripped Fatu of the Tag Team Championship, declaring that as the Samoan werewolf and his enforcer, Fatu was not permitted to hold any titles. Sikoa then ordered Fatu to hand over the championship to Tonga Loa, resulting in Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa becoming the new tag team champions. However, their reign was short-lived, as they eventually lost the titles to the current champions, the Motor City Machine Guns. Despite moving on, Fatu likely still carries resentment over Solo stripping him of his title. This lingering animosity could serve as a strong motivator for Fatu to eventually betray Sikoa. What's your take on this? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. And if you are new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button and click on the bell icon for more interesting content like this in future. Till then, see you all in the next one. Thanks!